Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today. SI UK India is live with Keele Business School. Over to you, Jackie.
Hi, hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jackie McIntosh and I work at Keele University in the UK. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview about Keele, about 5 minutes, and then Dr. Susonis will talk about Keele Business School. Okay, so Keele University, where, as I mentioned, we're from the UK. We're right in the middle of the UK, in between Manchester and Birmingham. So on the train to either of those cities, 40-45 minutes. And it's direct from the train station, which is Stoke City. That is the nearest train station to Keele University. So we're right in the middle of the UK. The campus itself, it's big, it's green, it's about over 600 acres. And even though it's that size, we only have 9,500 to 10,000 students studying on the campus. So lots of space for you to focus and to study. And the campus itself, it's very much a community feel once you're on the campus. It's very much self-contained. It's very safe. It's welcoming. It's so you can feel the community spirit when you're actually on the campus. So the campus, we have new buildings, and Dr. Sisonis will talk to you about the new Keele Business School. And we also have a hotel on the campus opposite the Keele Business School. And that's really good for if you have your parents visiting, they can come stay on campus with you and get to have a feel of the experience that you're having on the campus as well. We're very proud of our student satisfaction, course satisfaction. We're always within the top 3 in the UK. Definitely in the past 8 years, we've always been number 1 or number 2. And we're also very proud of our graduate stats. So 96% of our students, once they graduate, they do go on, within 6 months, they go on to find a job or they're doing further study. So that's really good. And that's because all of our courses, that is where we don't just talk about the actual subjects for what you're teaching, what we've been taught. It's more about having those skills, employability skills, what employers are looking for. So all of our courses are geared that way. And most of our courses will come with a placement, especially at undergraduate level. And some of our PG courses will also come with placements. And again, Dr. Susonis will talk to you about the opportunities within the Keele Business School. Scholarships as well. We do have scholarships for international students. So we have the Keele International Excellence Scholarship. For the undergraduate student, that's £2,500 per year off your tuition fee. All you need to do is exceed the published entry requirement, automatically given. There's no application process at all. At the PG level, it's a little bit different. It's based on your undergraduate grade. So the higher your grade, then the higher amount you will get. So the maximum you can get is £5,000 off your tuition fee if you present with a first class grade. The other scholarship we have for all Indian students will get £1,000 off their tuition fee. That's our developing country scholarship. So regardless of your grades or what you're applying for, you will always get £1,000 off your tuition fee immediately. And that can be mixed with the excellent scholarship. So if you think about the postgraduate students, you could get £6,000 off your tuition fee. And with the undergraduates, £3,500 off your tuition fee. So that's fantastic. And the other one we have, with the courses that Dr. Susonis will talk to you about at the Keele Business School, we have the Great Scholarship. So there's 5 available for Indian students, and that could be £10,000. So you do have to apply for that one, and the closing date is the 31st of May. So if you go to our website, you'll see the entry requirements and how to apply. So you don't have long for those at all. So that's just a brief overview of Keele and the scholarships that we have available. I'll hand over now to Dr. Susonis, and he'll talk to you about Keele Business School. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jackie. And welcome everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm Dr. Panos Sunis, and I'm an economist with the business school, with the Keele Business School. And Today, this webinar, I'll talk to you about what the business school does and how we approach higher education and what courses we offer and why we are different than other business schools. And at the end, there will be plenty of time to answer questions, and I'm sure you all have different things that matter to you and different things that you want to ask about. So the Keele Business School, just a brief introduction. We are a long established business school. We are part, of course, of the university, and we have this unique approach or this ethos in the school that we are the authentic business school. And what that means is that we want our graduates to be ready when they graduate for success in the labor market in whichever direction they go to. And we understand what that needs, what that entails, okay? Because it's not enough to just say, come and study with us for a course in accounting or finance or management or business, and that would be enough. You know, this the way we approach education is a more comprehensive way where we try to equip you, and we do equip you if you engage with the school with all the skills necessary to succeed, okay, to be able to perform and succeed in many different functions in the labor market. And what we also have, and Jackie briefly mentioned this, is we've recently moved into new premises on campus, and you can see the building there, the outside of the building there, and some inside shots. And why is this important? You may be thinking, okay, look, it's a building, okay, what difference does it make that it is that you move to a new building? The difference is that you are co-located in this location with businesses, with actual businesses, startups, and established business. Okay, that brings the sense that of what you do and the relevance of what you study into real life. Okay, it stops being something, you know, theoretical, something that, you know, we talk about in textbooks or we talk about in the classroom that perhaps has no practical implication in the real world, which is a commonly held belief amongst a lot of people who sort of may have conveyed this to you. I'm sure you have heard of people saying, look, what you do at university is not really relevant in real life, or is not as much relevant as some people would make you believe. What we show you is we show you that it actually is. Okay, so what we teach is relevant to business. The other benefit of this is, of course, the fact that you are exposed to so many different things that are happening at the same time, and you take advantage of all these opportunities to further develop all the skills that you need: communication skills, your understanding of business, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is very important for us. Okay, it's very important for us, and it should be very important to you, because the business school is not, the way we see it, is not just, you know, the university premises where you go and spend, you know, some hours during the day during classes, and then you go away and whatever. It's very much a space where you live and you breathe while you are with us for the 3 years, and perhaps beyond if you decide to do a postgraduate qualification. So it's very much a very vibrant and diverse society within the campus, which itself is a very vibrant place. And it's not just, you know, you come across just students and lecturers, but you also come across professionals and people from the government and so on. And I will talk more about that as we go along. Okay, and of course, you know, it goes without saying that, you know, it's equipped with the latest technology, with software that you will be using in your professional lives, with all the latest learning and teaching technologies and aids and tools that help you develop and understand the material that we are talking about. So very much in the heart of what we do, this idea of being innovative, this idea of being creative with education and business education in particular, and of course that then spills over to real practice. Okay, you see how these excuse me, innovations translate into products and services. Okay, which is effectively what business is all about. Okay, so why Keele Business School? Why should you come and study with us? To begin with, as we said, we have very strong links with firms, industry, and the government. For example, as I saw you there, we're part of the Santander universities. Santander is a big bank that offers scholarships to students and internships and placements to students who perform very well. We have a lot of people working with regional and national governmental agencies. So our input goes into projects that you're gonna see all around us, and businesses that operate both in the vicinity, in the region of where we are, and beyond. Okay, all across the UK. Why is this important? Well, it's important because we are not, again, as I said, detached from what is happening. We do very much understand that what we do in the business school is about working with people, is about serving society, is about serving the country or interacting with many different agencies and actors within the economy. And that gives us both the knowledge and the confidence that what we do is relevant to all these partners. Okay, and it should give you the confidence that what we are talking about is not just some theory or some ideas in our heads, but we are actually put that into practice, and we actually advise, as I said, regional and the national governments. I mean, as an example, I can tell you. We've started some work around how Keele, how the university can help the region regenerate after the recession that follows the pandemic. Okay, and this is something that is very, very real. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of businesses have shut down. So now we are working together with businesses, together with the government, into coming up with a plan to regenerate the region and help in that way the economy of the whole country. And I'm sure that's something that you can all relate. Okay, that the pandemic has affected every single country in the world, and I'm sure a lot of countries are facing or are going to face in the future very, very similar concerns. Okay, so we are in a very strong position to work together with, as I said, people in different areas, and come up with very innovative plans to help each other out, to help the economy. Okay, and you'll be very much be part of this process. Okay, because what we do then kind of spills over into the classroom, and we talk about things, and you can see what we are discussing. You can see it being put into practice. So that's one kind of difference that Keele Business School has in relation to other schools. What we the academics in the business school are not isolated, not detached from reality. And as I said at the beginning, we are very much focused on developing your employability skills. Okay, there is a lot of discussion. I'm sure you've had, or you will hear, a lot of people talking about your employability skills and trying to make you more employable, more attractive to employers. What does that mean even? What is your employability skills? This is something that you should consider if you haven't already done so. But we do recognize that a lot of students, especially undergraduate students, will come to us not exactly knowing, what it is that they need to develop, what the labor market is going to be when they graduate, and what it is that they need to be doing. We help you realize all this. We help you recognize what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to achieve, what's your career aspirations, and how to achieve this, and what kind of skills you need to develop to be able not just to achieve that specific objective that you may have, but also be in a position to adapt and develop beyond that. Okay, so now perhaps you have an idea of what it is that you want to do when you graduate in terms of your career, of your professional lives. But then in 5 or 10 years time, you may change your mind, or you may come across something else that it's even more appealing to you. You know, we want our graduates to be in a position to easily move from one area in the labor market to another. And this is all about the idea of employability skills. Okay. There's a lot of things in there. There's what we usually call hard skills, which is things relating to your specific discipline. So perhaps if you're studying accounting, how to keep track of all the transactions in a company. If you're studying finance, how to evaluate different investments. And these are generally called, as I said, hard skills. But there's also a lot of other skills that employers value these days, like your communication. Can you interact with other people? Can you understand the economies and the market trends, where things are going, how people are going to be thinking about things in the future? So that's kind of important for us. And through our programs of study, through everything that we do and we expose you to in terms of learning and opportunities for you to get involved, then you develop all these different skills. And that's something that not every school does, and not a lot of schools do. Okay, this opportunity to look at your course as a part of a bigger program or a bigger entity. And of course, this relates to this idea that we are bridging university education with the labor market. Okay, we have a lot of course events and around careers, and as we said, we have a lot of businesses located within the same premises as the business school. So while you're having lunch, somewhere you're gonna see a lot of business people sort of having meetings to talk about their businesses and the new services and so on and so forth. But also through that, then you can see the relevance of what you do and how that is applied in the labor market. Of course, we have a lot of short-term placements that you can get involved with, ranging for a few weeks to perhaps a couple of months and beyond, depending what you want to do. That's of course open to international students if you are thinking that, or there might be visa implications and all that. There is the option for you to do that if you want. And there is a lot of support within the school. We have dedicated careers officers that help you, find a placement, get involved in work within this, and then come back and translate your experience into academic work. And then we have a lot of this, and we see that a lot of students who do that then come back to their studies with a completely different mindset, with a completely different perspective in what it is that they have to do and why they're doing things. I think it's important for you guys to understand why it is that you're studying whatever it is you're studying, and how that then becomes relevant to you in your work. And of course, we are, as we say, a very supportive environment. Keele is or has this advantage of being big enough, to have this interaction and these networks with other students and staff and businesses, as we described, but it's also small enough to be able to have these personal relationships and this interaction between students and staff. Okay, so you're not going to be just another face in the crowd or just another name on the list. If you engage with the course and you attend classes regularly and all that, then you will be known. Lecturers will know who you are, and they will know, they will talk to you outside the classroom, and you will have that interaction and that support that a lot of students need, and a lot of students crave, and need. Yes, you do need to talk about things, what's on your mind, what concerns you may have, and Keele academics are always open to talk to you about this. We're not gonna shut the door and then disappear after a 2-hour lecture. We're there, we operate within the same environment, and we're more than happy to discuss things outside the classroom and beyond. In fact, one of the things in in the UK that makes people happy to do the work they do is this opportunity to talk to students and discuss, what is happening around us and what is happening with our lives in particular. Okay, so business school or Keele Business School is unique in this respect that we can afford to be very supportive. We can afford to have a personal relationship with all of our students. Of course, there are the common personal tutors there. You will be assigned a personal tutor who is a first point of contact for anything, any matter academic or any questions that you may have and any sort of immediate support that you may need. And there is a big network of professional services that are there to support students, from the dedicated student support service, which answers all sorts of questions that you may have about, being a student and life in the UK and life at higher education and so on, to specific people that help you with placements, that help you with careers, that help you with adjusting to how we teach at Keele and the UK and beyond. Okay, so there's this great community around you in the business school and the university that is truly very supportive of you, and we try to make you feel as comfortable as possible in order for you then to develop and focus on your learning. A little bit about our degree programs. We have undergraduate degree programs in all major areas of what you'd expect from a business school, from accounting and finance, to some very interesting combined honors like business and geography or business and psychology, and so on. Very popular programs, marketing and media. Nowadays, I'm sure you're all very familiar with social media, but that's not the only type of media that there are out there. I know that it's taking over, but perhaps collectively we have to resist, if not adjust to it. But these are undergraduate degree programs. I don't want to go into very much detail about each one of them. Happy to do that in the Q&A afterwards, or answer individual queries about programs if you have them. Generally, as you'd expect, you spend on any of these programs, you'd have the typical 1 or 2 hour lecture per week, followed by an hour seminar and a much smaller group when you get to discuss about the topics each week. Okay, there's a lot of independent learning that is happening that we expect you to engage with your studies, and there's a lot of support, through peer learning, the library, and so on. So this is, as I said, quite typical of how we deliver teaching and learning in any of these programs. We have guest speakers that come from the industry. We have speakers coming from government to talk about your specific topics each week in the modules that you study. Again, a lot more information about that online or by request after this. We also have postgraduate taught programs, masters, MScs and MA programs, as you can see there. Quite a selection for those of you who are interested in different aspects and different disciplines. Okay, we also have a suite of MBA programs that are delivered online. Again, if anyone is interested in any of these programs specifically, then can talk more about it in the Q&A session afterwards, or you can contact us directly. Professional body accreditation, as you'd expect from a business school, our programs are accredited by respective professional bodies. What is so important about professional accreditation? Apart from the fact that you don't have to take as many exams afterwards to get the professional designation after your degree, I think more important is the fact that the programs being accredited makes you more confident in the program that you're studying. Okay, so the professional body, which is really, the people you want to have a career with, your future colleagues, they look at the program and they think that this is really what a professional in this area should know, and it gives you the skills that we expect a professional in this area to possess. So in that respect, it gives you an added confidence that what you're studying is relevant to the profession, that you study is up to date, and it is what everybody else is studying, or the skills that they are trying to develop. Okay, so if you ask me, this is the most important thing about professional body accreditation. It's not very much the fact that you will have one or two fewer exams, or many fewer exams later on in your professional lives, in your careers. Okay, very important nonetheless, and it's very popular among students, just for the reasons I think I've just highlighted now. So for the UG program options, what we have is, of course, our programs are 3-year programs, but they can be done in 4 years, depending whether the student wants to take any one of these options, the international year, the work placement year, and what we call the entrepreneurship year. And I will talk about this in more detail, the last two, but I want to say here a little bit more about the international year. Now, I do understand that for a lot of international students, the international year is not very high up their agenda of things they want to do while at university. Excuse me. However, I do think that is an option that you should at least consider. We've had many international students who did go on and take an international year or a semester abroad during their studies, and they found this to be a very fulfilling experience. Because what this does to an international student is helps you to see yet one more culture, yet one more way of doing things, or exposes you to an environment that is even more different to the one that in the UK that you are already studying in. And while you think, okay, look, I do understand, I'm an international student, I do have this understanding of, what operating at a global level and scale is, then this opportunity will help you to develop that understanding even further. So if you ask me, I think it's a very, very rich experience. I think it's a great opportunity for any student, international or not, to have. And it's something that I would strongly recommend everybody to consider, at least a semester abroad. Now, when it comes to work placement year, is a well-known feature of a lot of UK degrees that they offer a year in between the second and third years where students gain work experience. The entrepreneurship year is something very new, is an innovative thing that is unique to the Keele Business School, and is currently not open to international students, but it will, or we are working towards it. But I'd like to say a few more things about this before you sort of think, okay, this is not an option open for me, and therefore I'm not looking into that. So for the work placement year, just to give you a more a fuller picture of what we do, is we have, as I said to you before, a dedicated placements officer who's going to help you fill in, choose a placement, choose a company, fill in your application, write your CV, your cover letter, and everything, prepare you for the interview, and then help you and support you through that 12-month period where you're working for that company, that you are completing your internship, your placement, and then also support you on your or when you are coming back, because the transition again to back to an academic environment can be quite difficult. Okay, and some people kind of find it difficult to transition from academia to the work environment, to the professional environment, and vice versa. We do understand that for a lot of you, this would be the first opportunity or the first occasion where you engage in a professional environment, and that's completely normal. Okay, the majority of students, apart from the odd part-time job here and there, never had an opportunity to work in a bigger, larger organization. There's nothing wrong with this, and this is why the university is there to offer help and support. There I give you some names of the companies that our students have recently had placements with. Some of these you may know, some of these you may not, but the fact remains that our graduates or our students rather for the placement year are very much sought after, and of course that follows for our graduates as well. Okay, so we place our students within big organizations like Airbus or Nintendo, but also with government agencies like the Office for National Statistics and the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. Okay, JCB, IBM, I'm sure these are all companies that you have heard of and you are very familiar with the work they do and what kind of work they do. Okay, Sainsbury's is a big retailer, a groceries retailer in the UK, for those of you who are not familiar with that company. And again, the work placement year, it can be a very, very satisfactory and fulfilling experience for a lot of students. You know, I've seen a lot of students coming back from their placement years with a completely new outlook on higher education and their degree program and everything that they do. You know, they're more motivated, they're more conscious of what it is that they want to do and achieve. And all of them wish they had done this before they even started universities, because that would have given them a better understanding of what it is that they have to do and pay attention to. And this is where this idea, which I've discussed with you at the beginning, comes in, where we said, look, we really do understand how you should develop your employability skills and what that means. Okay, because a lot of students may not realize, but then we should when we do. Okay, so this is the one of the benefits of studying at Keele Business School. Okay. So the entrepreneurship year, as I said, you know, it's not currently open to international students due to some visa restrictions. However, we are working towards a solution or a workaround this, perhaps with shorter programs in terms of time duration. I want to say more on this at the moment because, you know, nothing is certain, but do watch this space. If there are people thinking about applying in 1 or 2 years time, then this option may at the time be open. However, for those of you who are interested in entrepreneurship, and I know there are a lot of students in India who are interested in these ideas and in this direction, I'll tell you that there are a lot of events happening in the school around the entrepreneurship route, and a lot of workshops, a lot of surgeries, a lot of discussions, and there is nothing stopping you from taking part in this. Okay, perhaps, you know, you cannot have this officially as part of your degree program, but there's nothing stopping you from developing those skills alongside people who do. Okay. And that's, for me, I think that's equally important than say, look, I completed the entrepreneurship here, or I did this, or I did that, the other. You know, you develop your skills, and that's what's important to people and graduates. You know, you gain that understanding, you come in contact with a lot of people, and of course, from then on is what you make of it. Education, in any case, is what you make of it. You know, all these things are there, and you may be studying it, you know, officially, but that never sort of develop it and never go down that road. Whereas if you're really interested in this, then there is a lot of support, even on an unofficial basis. Okay, so I think to me that's quite important. And as I said, we have quite a lot of events happening around entrepreneurship, and this idea of entrepreneurship, which is becoming more and more prominent in what we do and what students are asking for. Okay, so as I said, quite a lot of workshops around the legal requirements, around some innovative practices, some creativity workshops, some interactions with existing startup companies, where you get to exchange ideas and experiences. So all is happening in a very, as I said, supportive and collegial environment. Okay, so do bear that in mind. Do think about and do look in more into what opportunities there are for you within the Keele Business School. A few things about funding support. I know this is a very is a topic that is high on every international student's agenda. Jackie has already covered quite a lot about funding and scholarship opportunities. Just to sum up quite quickly, to tell you that yes, Keele has 5 great scholarships, and these are awarded on a competitive basis. So do look on our website about details on how to apply for this. And of course, we have the International Excellence Scholarships for undergraduates, which is an automatic process. Okay, so if you qualify, then it will be automatically awarded to you. So you really don't need to go into applying for this as well as applying to the university. Quite important for postgraduate students, for MA, MSc students, is the 20% alumni discount. So if you complete an undergraduate program with us, then you get a 20% discount for your postgraduate qualification, and that works in a cumulative way. Okay, so you'll be awarded this after all the different scholarships that you qualify for. Okay, so if you think about this as having a cumulative effect, it can have quite a big impact. Okay, it could knock off quite a bit of the tuition fee, which I understand is a very important issue, as I said, for international students. So yeah, the business school, again, Jackie said that we rank consistently high in student satisfaction surveys, and we do. And what is important to remember about Keele is perhaps we are not as famous as other business schools, but when students do come to us, then they do appreciate the good work that is happening, and they do like the environment. They end up staying with us for a long time for the postgraduate qualifications and so on. So very very important, as I said, to highlight all the opportunities that Keele Business School affords its students in terms of their business education, different programs, different options, and different opportunities within the programs to engage with many different aspects of the market and of business activity, but also an excellent place for you to start building your professional networks and your social networks. Okay, I do understand that business schools, one of the advantages or one of the benefits that students look for in business schools is how they develop their social networks and their professional networks for their future careers. And I think within the Keele Business School, you have a first-rated opportunity to do that. Okay, all our graduates go on to achieve great things after graduation, and we're very, very proud of them. So I'll stop here. I think there's quite a lot of information, and I'm sure you have questions. So I will stop here and open it up to Q&A.
Thank you both for the presentation. We'll now move toward the Q&A session that we have received from the YT Live. So the first question that we have received is about scholarship and funding only, that you have already covered. But anything that you would like to add on this?
So in terms of the scholarships?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as we both mentioned, the scholarships are available, and there is what's really good is that there's no application process. Students are automatically granted the scholarships based on their grades that they present with. And so it's really good that majority of students will get some sort of scholarship, whether it's £1,000 or whether it's £6,000. The way we've done our scholarships, it's good that majority of students will get something, will get some funding for sure.
Thank you. So the next question that we have received is, do Keele University have sports physiotherapy courses?
So we have physiotherapy courses, but not specifically like sports science, but it's physiotherapy, which covers everything really. It's because it's accredited and it's also a pre-registration courses, it will cover everything for you to get that registration to practice as a physiotherapist. But it's not sports physiotherapy. It covers
Okay.
a wide range of different things, yeah.
So the next question is how to apply. Like there is no other thing mentioned, just how to apply. I think it is how to apply to Keele University.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on if it's UG or PG, and if you're registered with SIUK, you can work with SIUK, they can work with you to do the application. If it's undergraduate, you have to go through UCAS. Postgraduate, you can apply directly on our website. So if you go to find the course that you want, there's an apply now button, click on that and it will take you through the process. So there's all different ways of applying, whether you're working with the agent, SIUK, or whether you want to apply directly.
Thank you. The next question is, do you have postdoctoral studies in human resource management with funding, as I already hold PhD from Pune University?
Yeah, I think we would have some PhD. I'm not sure if Panos, if you actually know, but we do have PhD courses for HRM.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I think anybody who is interested in doing a PhD, and I think PhDs are of course, different degrees to bachelor's and master's. So anybody interested in doing a PhD, I would urge you to do two things. So the first thing would be to look at the staff profiles and the areas in which they are. They have expertise in and they are willing to provide PhD supervision for, and so then you can identify the area where you like to work, and then contact them directly to say so, and of course contact the postgraduate research director who will be able to talk to you more about the application process and what is needed and all that. But it is important for PhD study to contact the potential supervisors in the first instance, because you will have to write a research proposal, and academics can help you with that. So if you talk to an academic at Keele University and at the business school, and you say, look, I want to work in this area, and I can see that you've done some work on it, or this is one of your areas of specialization, then they can help you develop your research proposal, and they can help you with the application and so on. So yeah.
Okay. So the next question is about placement opportunities, which I think you have already explained, but anything that you would like to add on the same?
I'm just going to say about placements is that, it is a competitive process, so we cannot guarantee a placement to students. I don't think any university can guarantee a placement. But, for us, for Keele Business School, I will tell you that we have consistently an oversupply of placements. That means we have more offers than we have students interested in taking up a placement opportunity. So if you really want to do a placement, then chances are that you will.
Okay, so the next question is there a course for Masters in Human Resource?
Yes, there is, yes. Can go back to the list of programs. So we have an MA in Human Resource Management.
Okay. So we have one more question regarding scholarship. I want scholarship of post-graduation in literature. Is it available?
The scholarships are not course-based. The scholarships are for all international students, regardless of the course that you're studying. So yes, it would be available depending on your grade, for sure, yeah.
Thank you. The next question is related to course only. Is there an MBA with investment banking?
As you can see there on the screen, you can see the MBAs here. at the moment, we have 100% online MBAs. We don't have the full-time face-to-face as yet. Hopefully that will come soon in the next couple of years. But at the moment, all of ours are online, and they're the three that we have: entrepreneurship, finance, and just a general MBA.
Okay, let's move to the new question. Would I be eligible for any course as I already did masters from UK in 2012?
I think that's a visa question, but I think it just depends on the subject that you studied in 2012. I think if it's a different subject, it should be okay. But yeah, you'd need to check with the UKVI on that before you apply.
Okay, so the next question is related to masters only. Does this university have biomedical course for masters?
Yeah, we have biomedical sciences, we have biomedical engineering. So yeah, we do. We're very much a science university, and we do cover most of the science subjects. So yeah, biomedical science is available at postgraduate level as well as undergraduate level, in case anyone else is interested.
Great. So the next question that we have is, I want to know the eligibility for the Indian student to apply for UG, economics and finance.
So with undergraduate students, if you're doing class 12, we look for around 70-75%, depending on which board, whether it's a state board or a national board. But it's around 70-75%. No specific subjects, just as long as you get the overall grade. And we also look at your English as well. English, again, 70-75% in your English, depending on which board you are studying.
Okay, so the next two questions are again for the course related. Does this university have information technology engineering courses?
Not specifically engineering, but we do have a range of computer science, AI, data science courses. We don't have an engineering faculty, so we don't deliver any of the engineering courses, but very much computer science, data science, AI, software technologies, all of those courses, yes, we do.
Okay,
At undergraduate and postgraduate level.
Okay, also international law UG course available with Keele University?
International law is only at postgraduate level. The undergraduate law is the LLB, so that isn't international law, although it might, the curriculum might cover some international law, but our international law courses are LLMs, they're at the postgraduate level.
Thank you so much. Let's move to the new question. So the next question is Keele University provide PG course masters in aviation management?
No, we don't. I mean, we have management courses which cover, it's very generic. So we'll have people from all different industries doing the management course, but we don't have specific to aviation. No, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you have student residency? If so, how does it work?
So accommodation, I assume you mean. So
yeah,
we have, lots of accommodation on the campus. We have around 2,800 students living on the campus. So there's lots of different styles of residency. So it just suits your comfort level or your budget, really. So the more you pay, then the more comfort you have. You've got your own bathroom, that sort of thing. But the basic rooms, there's no shared rooms. All the rooms are single rooms. So whether you have your own bathroom or whether you share bathroom, kitchen, and then there's always will be like a communal area. So once you apply for your course, you can then apply for your accommodation and you can live on campus. With international students, they are guaranteed somewhere to live on campus as long as you apply before the cutoff date, which is usually the end of June. You will be guaranteed somewhere to live on the campus.
Okay, next question that we have is, what is an English language requirement for MSc in international business?
International business. So if you're looking at the IELTS, looking at 6.5 overall and minimum 5.5 in each of the subtests. We do accept class 12 English, but you would have to have done it within 5 years of you starting the course. And it also depends which board you are studying as well. So there's lots of options in terms of English, because it's not just IELTS, we also accept PTE and we also accept TOEFL as well.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, which language is used in Keele University?
You mean for study?
I'm not sure. There's just like nothing specific mentioned over. I think it's a communication language, maybe.
Oh,
It's
then English, because we're from the UK, so it's English. I mean, we do
Okay.
have a language center, so if you wanted to learn a different language, you can do that. But yeah, everything is in English. Study is in English.
Thank you. So the next question is again about scholarship. I have a CGPA of 81% and I have also national certificate in yoga. How much percentage of scholarship am I eligible for?
If you're looking, I assume PGT course. So if you're going to study a PGT course and you've got 81%, you could be eligible for the full amount, which is £6,000 off your tuition fee. So again, it depends on what course you're applying for, and if you actually have that CGPA.
Okay. And is there any requirement for the scholarship? Any particular requirement?
The scholarships, as I mentioned, like for the UG, all you need to do is exceed the entry requirement. And then for the PG, it depends on what your degree that you are presenting. So the ranges from 1,000 up to 5,000. So there's no, like I mentioned, there's no application process. It's purely based on your grades. And then once you apply, admissions will assess you, and then the scholarship amount will appear on your offer letter. So there's no application process at all.
Okay. So the next question is, I am visually impaired student. So can I get admission in Keele University Business School for PG in Business and Management?
Yeah, of course. So we have a really strong support system for students. So all you need to do is when you make your application, one of the questions asks you about what disabilities, impairments that you have. Make sure you are clear, and then on what specific requirements that you're going to need. So once we process the application and you do get accepted, the support services will kick in then, and they will help and support whatever help that you're going to need. So yeah, there is a really good support system on the campus for students with any type of impairments or disabilities. No problem.
Great. So let's move to the next question. Hello, are there online MBA programs also available with the university for Indian students?
Yeah, as we mentioned before, if Paras,
Sorry,
go back to
sorry to interrupt. It's offline MBA programs.
Oh, offline. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so not at the moment. So as you can see there, we've got the 300% online courses. We are in the process of developing offline MBAs, but we're not sure when they'll be available. Oh, in the next year or two. That's the hope.
Okay. And also, if I'm a member with ACCA, am I eligible for exemption?
Yeah, they are, aren't they, Panos? There are some exemptions for ACCA. I think it's
depends.
F4.
Well, depends what the student means. If you mean that your ACCA membership gives you prior learning in a sense, so you will do fewer courses, then the answer is no at the moment. But if you're asking whether the MSc is offering you some ACCA exemptions, then the answer is yes. I mean, if you can come back to us on this, then we can be more specific.
Thank you. The next question is, I would like to know about the fee structure for the Keele University.
So yeah, it kind of depends on the course. So if it's specifically for one of the Keele Business School courses, then at the postgraduate level, they're 18,000 UK pounds for the year. And at the undergraduate level, they're 17,500 for the year. But the courses, the fees is very much dependent on the actual course. If you're doing like one of the humanities courses, they're around, say, 15,500, 16,000. Sciences around 17,000, 18,000, and then you go on to physiotherapy, nursing, they're up to the 20s. So it really does depend on the course that you're studying.
Okay, and is the part-time job?
Part-time jobs?
Yeah.
So with the student visa, students are allowed to work 20 hours per week, up to 20 hours per week. Most of our students do work, whether they work on campus or off campus. There is jobs available. We have a careers and employability team. There's a job hub site, and there's lots of jobs on there that students can apply for, whether it's part-time while they're studying or after they graduate. So yes, with your visa, you are allowed to work up to 20 hours per week.
Okay, great. So the next question is, I am 39 years old. Can I apply for any computer diploma course?
We don't have diploma courses. We have undergraduate courses, we have postgraduate courses. We don't necessarily have diploma courses, but also with your age, we don't have an age restriction as such on our courses, especially for postgraduate.
Okay. So the next question is, I have heard that few universities in UK need 10 plus 2 plus 4 degree. So do you require the above one or the usual 10 plus 2 plus 3 degree to join a PG course?
No, I didn't get the first part of that question, sorry.
Okay, I'll repeat it. I have heard that few universities in UK need 10 plus 2 plus 4 degree. So do you require the above one or the usual 10 plus 2 plus 3 degree to join the PG courses?
Yeah, we accept 10 plus 2 plus 3, no problem. So yeah, we do have students coming in after doing a 3-year degree. So yeah, 3 or 4 year degree, it's fine. I know some universities do specify 4, but yeah, we 3 and 4, no problem.
Okay. And is there any option for medicine study as well?
Medicine at the undergraduate level, yes, we have medicine, a 5-year medicine program. Yes, we do. And we're also in the top 4, we're number 4 in the UK for our medicine program for the undergraduates.
Okay, so the next question is, I want admission for postdoctoral program in management. Please advise.
When you say postdoctoral, do you mean post PhD?
Nothing is mentioned specific, just the postdoctoral program in management.
Yes, it means PhD only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes, we do have, as Panos mentioned earlier, we do have a range of different PhD programs. You just need to go to the website, look for the research area. You will see the name of the supervisor. Then you can contact them directly with the proposal.
Okay, great. So the next question is it important to get experience or internship before landing a job?
It's not essential. I can answer this, Jackie. It's not. It's not essential. You know, a lot of companies will hire graduates, and of course, a lot of the bigger companies have, you know, graduate recruitment schemes and graduate training programs, and you know, they don't make it explicit that they require applicants to have, you know, a specific number of years of experience or whatever, but. It certainly helps if you show that, you know, you have done some part-time work or you have done some voluntary work or you have some work experience. You know, it can only add to your application, but it's not a strict requirement. You know, no.
Okay. Next question is, do extracurricular activities enhance the chance of getting into the university?
Again, it's not a mandatory thing, but with the extracurricular, it's more showing how that's helped you like develop. For example, if you are captain of a football team, you can show that being a captain has given me leadership skills. You can work as a team. So it's just showing how your extracurricular has like helped you and developed you as a person and what you can bring to the university. So in terms of, you don't get extra grades, you don't get extra scholarships for extracurricular. It's more if you put it on your personal statement and it shows that how you have developed by doing this extracurricular activity.
Okay. Also, how to apply for the medicine study?
So again, with the medicine undergraduate, it's through UCAS. It's the same across the whole of the UK. You apply before October the 15th. in the year before you're going to start. So if you want to start September 2022, you need to apply October 15th this year.
Okay, so the next question is, yeah. Okay, so the next question is again related to courses. Does Keele Business School provide film studies courses?
Sorry, film studies, did you say?
Yeah, film studies course.
It's not out of the Keele Business School, but yes, Keele does provide film studies, media studies, those sort of courses. Yeah, we do have those types of courses.
Okay, could I do something related to business and life science with Keele University?
Do you say business and life science?
Yes, business and life science.
Well, we do both courses, but I'm not sure we necessarily do them together. I don't know if you're aware of any combinations that we have, Anas. I don't think.
No, I don't think you can. I think the student is right to ask, because Keele University has traditionally been known for the dual awards, but business and life sciences, that's biology and things like that, I presume you mean. We don't currently offer a combination like this. We have, if I could go back to the UG studies. We offer a business and geography, which I know it's not life sciences, but it's a dual on also business and psychology.
But
Okay.
no, yeah,
The
no life
pharmaceutical
science.
science, technology, and business course, which may be of interest.
Great. So let's move to the new question. I am from India and I am in my undergraduate 6th semester and I wanted to do my postgraduate in management. So how can I apply for the college and scholarship criteria because I want to study in your college?
So you said you've only done 6 semesters. So if you finish the course, then yeah, you can apply in the usual way for a postgraduate. And again, it's going to depend on your grades and your English, of course.
There is a button on the website that says apply. So click on it, fill in the application form.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the scholarship, as we said, if you are eligible for the scholarship, it will be automatically applied to your student record.
Okay, thank you so much. And we have 2-3 more questions. What is the duration for the biomedical course? Will this include the placements as well?
So are you talking about postgraduate? If it's postgraduate, it's a 1-year program. They don't have like placements, but they probably would have like research projects and things like that, but they don't necessarily have placements. And if you are talking about postgraduate, then yeah, it's a 1-year program. If you're talking about undergraduate, it's a 3-year program, but then if you want to do a 1-year placement, that makes it a 4-year program.
Thank you. The last question is IELTS exam required for the UG admission?
Yeah, as I might have mentioned before, so if you have class 12 English, again, it depends on which board. We're looking at 70-75%, but the class 12 English has to be within 5 years of you starting the course. If it's more than 5 years since you've done your class 12 English, then yeah, it would have to be IELTS, PTE, or TOEFL.
Thank you so much. We have covered most of the questions that we have received from the students. Anything that you would like to add on apart from the presentation?
No, do you have anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I was looking at the questions. There's some question. I think there was a question about the post PhD. The postdoc positions. I think if anybody was interested in postdoc positions, these are not programs of study. These are proper academic jobs, and they will be advertised. If there are postdocs positions, they will be advertised through the usual channels. So anybody who is looking in that sort of direction, then they should keep an eye on vacancies rather than programs of study. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add. Sorry, Deepika, I know you kind of go through the list of questions, but
Yeah, exactly.
quite a lot. I can see and
Yeah.
I feel for you.
I can also see there's quite a few questions about PhD study, but just to say, I know they've got education, you've got psychology. So with PhDs, all you need to do is go to the website, find the research interest. There'll be a name next to the research interest. Contact that person directly with your proposal, and they can also let you know if there's any funding available and the course fees as well. So that's the first thing to do in the first instance. Go to the website and contact them directly.
Thank you both for the presentation. That was very brief and very helpful for students. Over to you, Deepika.
So we are now towards the end of the seminar. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you all students for joining us today and making this seminar so engaging. So we are now ending this seminar. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.